Okay. This is Animal Paradise. I'm here at somewhere in the in the heart of Edo State. Yeah, we're actually I'm going to turn my camera. We're actually doing some. These guys are brushing this place and want to plant some grasses in this place. Want to plant some brachiaria grasses in this place. So they are clearing here. We have about 3 acres of land here. Want to plant brachiaria grasses there, but that's not why we are here. Why I'm making this video. I'm actually making this video to talk about one small thing that I noticed somewhere that I went to. Though is a major problem of that is a foundation of most problems in goat farms. If you are a farm owner, you have animals, whether they be goats, whether they be other animals, I think apart from fish, I think even with fish, you must be watching or observing or taking time to screen each of your animals every day. When I mean screen, I mean you take it, you turn it around, you look at it front, you look at the back, you just analyze the animal. You analyze the goat every day. Every day. Let your worker check the animals. If your workers if you are available in your farm, check the animals. Are you seeing it? If you are the farmer that used to come once in a week or once in a month, anytime you come, one of the activities you will do in your farm is to check the condition of each animal. Check how they look. Check their nose. Check their back, their anus. Check their fur. The fur of your animal should be calm, cool, and smooth. Calm, cool, smooth. It should not be rough. It should not be rough. If it's rough, something is wrong. Either worms are wrong or malnutrition is in. Then, goats, the stomach of your goats should not be flat. Your goats should not have flat stomach. They are not walking on a... Is it six-pack they call them? All those guys that gym and do six-pack. Animals don't do six-pack. Animals are supposed to be fat and robust. They are supposed to be fat and robust. So when you come to your farm, ensure that your animals are fat and robust, and then teach your managers or teach your workers how to make the animals fat and robust. If your animals are on zero grazing, there should be a rule in your farm that the feeding trough should not be empty. The workers should ensure that the feeding trough of your animals are not empty. At any point in time, there should be feed inside the feeding trough. That's one. And then, if you're coming to your farm once in a while, make sure you are counting. Make sure you are counting. Make sure you count your animals every time you have opportunity in your farm. Anytime that you have opportunity to come to your farm, count. If you are not always available, always send a supervisor, either your vet doctor or some of your family members who are around the farm area or are in the country. Let them always go to your farm, at least maybe 2 times a month or once a month. Let them take number. Let them count the animals. Let them give you a live coverage through WhatsApp of your animals. Check them, even though you cannot really see them well through the camera, but let that activity be a part of your farm. Let the activity be a part of your farm. Let them go to your farm, count the number, because some farm owners are overseas. They can't be coming every time. So send someone that is not in the farm. Someone that is not in the farm, maybe a relative, just brother, please help me go to my farm and check. Or a friend, help me go to your farm and check. Or a vet doctor. A vet doctor will do well. He will know when the animal are malnourished. He will know when they are not properly taken care of. Are you seeing it? Dehydration used to worry animals, especially animals on zero grazing. They used to suffer from dehydration. Dehydration. Most of the workers will just give them food and walk away. They will even take their drinkers and take it away. They will not return it on time. And then I think I should say at this point in time, every farm owner, whether you are in Nigeria or you are anywhere, you should have CCTV cameras in your farm. It's not so expensive now. There are some that has solar powered. You solar power them. They don't need lights. They only need SIM card. And that's what you also do when you want to buy farmland. Make sure that your network is on the farmland. it will help you a lot. It will even help you to communicate with your farm workers. Isn't it? So let someone always go there and count and check the animals. The animals should not be, a goat should not be skinny. It should not be skinny. The bones should not be showing. They should be robust. Because what we are doing is breeding these animals for meat. So the goat should have meat. We are not breeding them for bones. We are breeding them for meat. So the goat should have meat. Your workers should ensure they feed them to make sure they have meat. And at this point in time, I want to say that there are some salt lick that is being sold in Nigeria right now that is not good. They are supposed to be mineral block. They don't have mineral. I think I said it before, but I'm saying it again now. It's a major problem. The mineral block, most people put mineral block in their farm expecting that the animals are actually leaking the mineral supplement. But meanwhile, they're just leaking nonsense. They're just leaking nonsense. Are you seeing it? So if you want to buy mineral block, ensure you buy a good mineral block, something that is original, not something that the local people just did together and just sold to you. Yeah, that's that. Because all these are tantamounting to farm animals being malnourished. And then there are multivitamins you must be giving your animals every week. They are the ones you be giving every day. I think I'm saying this in almost 5 videos now. Some animals are not doing well because they are not getting enough nutrition from the grass they are being fed. And the animals on zero grazing are limited. The feed you give them is limited. You plant bracharia grass, you're just feeding them bracharia. I see, that's what you're just feeding them. But if you release them to go and eat, even in that bracharia feed, you see they will pick and pick and pick. They will leave that bracharia feed and go to another place and go and pick another thing. So that's why you see sometimes animals on zero grazing need special care. They need special care. But anyhow, ensure that you are evaluating your animals every week. If you have a good manager, every day, when they go out on grazing, as they come back, they will count them. In the morning, they will also count them. They should know that they released 300 goats to go and graze. And when they came back, there were 300 also. In the evening, they will count them. So that if they release 300 in the morning, and then in the evening, 299 is back, what will the workers do? They will know one is in the bush. They will have to go around and go and search for that one. If they get there, maybe he fell into something. Maybe something tied his leg down. You release it to come home. Maybe he fall down, he's dead. Maybe snake that bites the animal. So the workers will know that, okay, in this area there are snakes. They'll begin to troubleshoot the bush and ensure that every hose is covered. Or maybe the snake came from far away place, but they will be aware of what happened. Not that after 1 week, that's where we count on Sunday that the animals are 300. We'll now come and count the next Sunday and find out that there are 297. Before we now go into the bush, we'll now find out that the dead animal is already decaying because they were not taking record every day. So the workers who are working there, one of their job is every day. The animals, what happened? The call is ending. The animals that they release, they should ensure that those animals came in. The numbers that they receive, the same number will come in. And once they are in the morning, they should check them. They should check them. Is anyone sick? I think most people who have seen me in their farms, they will notice this. Once I come, I will stay with the animal. All those animals, I will stay with them. Because observing the animal is the major thing. You have to observe. You cannot just come in and spend 5 minutes and just look at them like this and just move. In that 5 minutes, some of the coughing ones will not cough. Some of the ones that have cough will not cough. In that 5 minutes, none of them will even poo-poo. So you don't even know they have diarrhea. So staying and observing your animals. You see, all those are aboki. There are people who call aboki. The Nigerian people can relate with them. They escort cows out. Apart from securing the cows, they still stand to watch. They stand to watch. There was a day I was driving somewhere. I saw some cows. They were eating. I was like, Oga, that one is not eating. No, he's sick. He said, no, he's not sick. That one has eaten overfeeding. That's why he lie down and is resting. The other ones were still grazing. He just lie down. They just lie down and was there relaxing. The Oga said he has eaten overfeeding. I stood with them. We were gisting. Before you know it, the animal, the goat stood up. The stomach was really full. Sorry, the cow, he stood up. The stomach was really full. I said, okay. So you see, they stand, they are observing. Observing each animal. The one that is not eating, they know. The one that is eating, they know. The one that is eating fast as he used to eat before, they know. The one that is not doing as he used to do before, they know. So our workers should be taught all these things. They are not just there to collect their salary, because we see a bunch of workers now, farm workers now, who are just there to collect their salary. They don't want to do anything. They don't even care for the farm. They don't care for the animals. They don't care for anything. They just want to, what is today's date first? Okay, they just want 31st to get, the day to get to 31st. They collect their salary, they move. So the farm workers must observe their animals. I went to a farm. The farm is being managed by a female. As we went into the pen, the woman called each of the animal she gave names to them. She called it, I said this also and so on. You're not so smart today. What is happening? She observed. When we checked the animal's body, it was hot. But before we put our hand on the body to check that the animal's body was hot, the owner has already seen that something was wrong with the animal. He said, you're not so active today. What's happening? She noticed it. So that is a major part of the whole system. We must observe our animals to ensure, to know how they are doing. The one that used to eat voraciously before, if it's not eating voraciously now, we will notice something is wrong. The one that used to eat sluggishly before, if it's not eating very, very fast, we will know that, okay, it has improved. So, teach your workers to observe the animals every day. Every day. Morning, as they open their pen for them to go out, or if it's the one that is zero grazing that is in one place, they will check each of them one. The animals will go out and graze. They will check them. They will count them. The animals will go out and graze. In the evening, when they are coming back, they will count them one and bring them in. They will let them stay. Then maybe 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the night, the workers will go back into the pen, whether zero grazing or free range or grazing. They will go back into the pen and check each of the animals, how they are doing before they sleep. And in some other cases, they will have to even check them 2 or 3 times in the night. If you have people that are on that night shift, they will check them in the night to check how the animals are doing. That's that for the workers. Then the owner, from time to time, you must check your animals or send someone to represent you to check those animals, how they are doing. The work you delegated to your farm workers, you have to evaluate their work. They have been feeding these animals for the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks. How is the health of the animals? Some farms even go to the extent of weighing their animals every week. Every week they weigh them to know if they are gaining weight or not. These animals are meat animals. We must ensure that they grow, their meat grows, not that their bone will be growing. If you see some animals in farms, you just be, though some of those farms, the owners are not there. The workers are just doing anything they like. Some don't even feed them. Some don't feed the workers. Some workers don't feed the goats. That's why the goat farm owner, you must have systems that you will use to manage your workers. As they are managing the animals, you are also managing them. As they are watching the animals, you are also watching them. CCTV camera is one. Sending people down is one. And then from time to time, send a vet doctor. Now, if you have a farm and you have above 50 exotic breed, you should have an in-house vet doctor. There should be a vet doctor that is working for you, that will be there every day to observe those exotic breed. Permit me to say, the exotic breeds, they have their own, I will not want to use the word disadvantage. I want to use the word ruggedity. Each of these breeds, they have their ruggedity. The Nigerian dwarf has its own ruggedity. The Sokoto red has its own ruggedity. The Kalahari has its own ruggedity. The boa also has its own ruggedity. Are you seeing it? Boas are more fragile than Kalahari, while the Nigerian dwarf and the Sokoto red are tougher. They are hard. They are rugged than the boa and the Kalahari. The boa is not so as rugged as the Nigerian animals. Though out of all the Nigerian animals, it is not my favorite. I met a woman who was also okay with the Nigerian dwarf. I know it's a personal it's a personal choice. She doesn't like the fact that they don't grow big on time. But the Nigerian dwarf has its own uniqueness. Maybe I'm going to make a video on the uniqueness of all these animals. If you have them, you want to have all of them. The most fragile Nigerian animal is the Sahel. The Sahel is very fragile. Even when you give it a small injection like this, you will be sorry for the animal that is feeling pain. It's feeling pain and it's just like a tender baby. It's even more tender than the boa. The Sahel is more tender than the boa. I think it's the most tender out of all of them. You just have to handle it with care. And then you want to use syringes for them. Use 2 mil syringe. 2 mil syringe. The needle is smaller. It's better for them than the 5 mil syringe. That needle you use for baby animals, that's what you use for even big Sahel because of how fragile that they are. So that is that. The farm owner, if you have Nigerian dwarf above 100 or 150 and you can pay an in-house vet doctor, pay a professional doctor to stay in your farm and attend to the health conditions of these animals. If you lose only 2 animals every month, you are losing. If you lose 2 big animals every month of the night, I'm talking of Nigerian animals now. If you lose 2 every month, you are losing big time. Big time. If you are having an exotic breed, you lose only 1 in 6 months, you're losing big time. You lose 1 exotic breed in 6 months. Okay, you've lost money. So if you've been able to raise your farm to maybe 50 exotic breed, 50 Kalahari or Boa or the mix, employ a vet to be in your farm, to be checking them every morning. Checking them every morning to check if they are well fed, if they are looking well, if there is some that they need to increase their feed. Because some workers, they just give a particular ratio of feed to this pen every day. After like 3 months, the animals in that pen, they've grown. They need more feed now. But they will still be putting the same number, the same amount of feed they are feeding in one pen. That's what they keep giving that pen, sometimes for a whole year. There is a stage where you have to increase it. The professional will come and check. How many kilos of food are you giving this one? How many kilos of food are you giving this one? They will check them. If they are big animals, they should eat more. Because we are actually breeding these animals for meat. We want their meat to increase. The flesh on their body to increase. And it's going to increase by them eating. Are you seeing it? So we must let them eat. Let them eat food. And some of the workers, when they are tired, they don't do what they're supposed to do. That's the major problem we are seeing in many farms right now. The workers don't do well. They don't do well. We just pray God should change the orientation of the Nigerian workers. You just spend money and invest money in projects or in farms, and then the workers you put there, they'll be misbehaving. And you'll be paying them well. You'll be taking care of them well, doing them well, paying them well. But they'll just be misbehaving. I said even the manager who's supposed to use the normal workers, all of them will just be conspiring against the owner. The owner created an opportunity for you to have something to eat, but they'll just conspire. I've been running the farm anyhow. At the end, before you know it, the owner will be discouraged. Some farms are losing animals for no reason. For no major reason. It's not a disease outbreak. The animals are vaccinated, but the workers don't feed them. There's the other manager, we're calling him manager. I like calling them workers because at the tail end, you find out that the owner of the farm is actually the manager of the farm. He's the one that called the shots. While every other person just run around to do what the owner tells them to do. And then there are some group of poultry workers who are not claiming that they are farm managers. They have not managed a farm before because they have worked in farm 1 or 2 times. They just begin to claim they are farm managers, and then they can pass interview. And there are some workers that can pass interview, but they can't deliver at the farm. You will ask them, they will speak grammar and speak English and speak everything and tell you this and tell you that. All those things they are telling you, if they see it in the field, they will not know it. They will not know it. They train themselves to pass interview, especially those guys who are looking for graduates as farm managers. Those graduates as farm managers. Permit me to tell you, look for somebody that can deliver for you in your farm. You don't need a certificate to feed goats. And some people will just pass your interview. They train themselves to pass interview. By the time you give them the job, they can't deliver. You need to sweep your farm. You need to spray your goats. You need to feed your goats. I'm not sure we need a certificate for this. If you get a layman, an aboki that cannot speak English, who can do this for you, Oga, go with them. Leave those ones speaking English. I would have mentioned my friend's name, but I would not want to do that. He has sacked different managers, and he's paying them well. Different managers. They are speaking English and passing the interview, but when feed these goats, manage this farm, they are not able to. Are you seeing it? So when you're looking for workers, look for people who can actually deliver for you, who can do what you tell them to do, who can be obedient. People who can be obedient. Say, okay, wake up 7 o'clock in the morning, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. At the end of the day, he's able to do it. Whether he has a degree or doesn't have a degree, or go with that one. Leave the speed, those ones speaking English. They will ruin your farm. And then they will use English to cover it up. After ruining the farm, they will not speak English and speaking English. At the end, you will chase them away. Meanwhile, you've paid them. So that's that for that. As you get those workers, also get somebody, an external who will be coming to your business place to check on those people. It can be a family member, it can be a friend. Let him just come and put everything on WhatsApp video call for you to see every nook and crannies of the farm. Look around, look everywhere, check the animals. If you just come, that will help the boys to behave well, because they know that guy is going to come. They know Oga brother is going to come. They know Oga friend is going to come. They know Oga wife is going to come. So they don't want what they tell you on phone to be different from what the permitted to use what supervisor or the seeing eye. The seeing eye will see when it comes. So they will walk in line. That person can be going there every week or every 2 weeks to check things. Because the way workers are ruining farms now, there's the other guy that was just, I don't know, he was teaching himself how to be a vet doctor. He will just carry goat and give it injection. Give it oxytetracycline. Just carry goat. Give it pen strip. Nothing is wrong with the goat. Nothing is wrong with the goat. You just carry goat. Give it. He was just happy to be giving injection. For no reason, he was injecting the goats. At the end, many goats died for no reason. These are what people can do to people. So please, put cameras in your farm. Send people to help you check your farm. When they get there, let them observe each animal, each of the animal, irrespective of how many they are. Let them observe each of the animal. And then when you're building your pen in your farm, build a kind of a walkway, a kind of a narrow place those animals can be passing one for easy counting. Easy counting. You can use iron poles to do it. It can be detachable. It can be detachable. You detach it. Later you fix it back for you to use. After using, you remove it. From the door to their pen, you create a kind of a narrow way so that all of them will enter. They'll be passing one. You'll be counting them. That counting means counting number. Check their body condition. Their body condition. There are 4. It's supposed to be cool, calm, and shining. If it's cool, calm, shining, looking well, should not be looking scattered and looking pale. Should not be looking pale. Should be looking well. The animal in a goat farm should have flesh. We are breeding them for meat. They should have flesh. So when you see an animal that does not have flesh, it's not doing well. It should have flesh. And we know the Hausa goat has its own kind of way, but when you see an Hausa goat that is doing well, you will still know. When you see the Hausa goat that is not doing well, you will still know. So there should be meat in their body. We are not breeding them for bones. We are breeding them for meat. The whole program is to increase their meat, the flesh in their body. We should increase it. The person watching them should watch out for that. You should watch out for that. That's that for that. This is Animal Paradise. We are here. These guys are working for me here. Let me see. Let me see if I can see. There's one guy there. Okay, you don't get cutlass. They are doing well. You guys are doing well. You are doing well. You are doing well. Yes. You are doing well. You've gone far. Yes. I just to speak outside to say well done. Say no. Yeah, they are doing well. Maybe they bring cutlass. Maybe you still follow them. All right. So that's that. This is Animal Paradise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Animal Paradise Farm. Like our page on Facebook, Animal Paradise Farm. On Facebook, we have Animal Paradise and Animal Farmers Association on Facebook too. We have different WhatsApp group. Some of those WhatsApp group are paid group. Actually, you have to pay to join them, especially that Animal Paradise Mentorship Club. You have to pay to join the Mentorship Club. But that's that. You want to join the WhatsApp group, send me a message. I will add you to it. This is Animal Paradise. I'm going to make another video to talk about another point. Bye-bye.